A very good morning and a warm welcome to WITS Delhi Day 2 event. I hope I'm audible. I'm Dipti, I'm the WITS 2022 ambassador. I'm graduate in information science and postgraduate in data science from WITS Pilani. I'm working with NatWest Group in big data domain. My area of interest in technology includes data science for social good and machine learning algorithms. On behalf of WITS Delhi, I would like to welcome all the speakers, participants, and other guests present for gracing this event. I would like to thank our community partners, Henry Haven Education and Udva Foundation for supporting this event. I would also like to thank WITS Delhi advisor Atul Kumar for his continuous support and advice. I'm going to share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. WITS, Women in Data Science, is a global initiative by Stanford University that aims to educate and inspire data scientists worldwide. It also aims to support women in the field. I'm going to take you through video that will give you a glance about WITS 2022.
Data-driven decision-making is at the heart of so much in the world right now. We're making decisions not just for us now, but for future generations as well.
The connection to data science is becoming more and more important to the work. The work has been going on for the last 25 years.
So what really drives us at WITS is that we want diversity at the decision table here. And women absolutely need to be there.
To me, a healthy data science community is one that embraces diversity.
We started WIDS with a conference at Stanford University in 2015 with three main goals that haven't really changed. First, to inspire women to join or stay in the field of data science. Second, to educate everyone by highlighting fantastic women and their technical work. And third, to support women around the world.
And wow, did we hit a nerve we didn't even know existed. Fast forward to 2022, and we have 200 regional events worldwide in more than 60 countries. And it just keeps growing year after year.
Last year, we were with all of you virtually. We had a 24-hour around the world event, which was very exciting. And so despite the pandemic, we got together and we created this global community. We had speakers from over 25 different countries, and it was wonderful.
And one silver lining in an otherwise tough year in 2021 is that attendees to WiDS regional events could be from anywhere in the world. We also saw really interesting collaborations, WiDS ambassadors coming together to host events in Africa, Saudi Arabia, Colombia, and Central and Eastern Europe.
One of the things I really love about WiDS is hosting the WiDS podcast. And we now have listeners from over 160 countries, which is just incredible, and many different guests. And I'm also really excited to announce that we'll soon have a co-host of the WiDS podcast, Cindy Orozco.
We also had amazing participation in the WiDS Datathon this year. Over 4,000 registrants in the Datathon from over 90 countries participating in a challenge related to climate change. And a big shout out to all the WiDS ambassadors who held workshops. We had over 40 workshops across the world.
I hope we also lift our heads above the horizon and think more than just about this moment in time, and think about the goals that we have for our young women and our young girls who'll be leading the next generation.
With the WiDS Education Outreach Program, which is focused on secondary schools, we've delivered materials to collaborators in over 50 countries around the world. We've had a great year despite all the challenges in the schools with COVID. We've had pilots everywhere from Covada, India, to New Haven, Connecticut, to a refugee camp in Jordan and beyond.
New last year were the WiDS workshops, where instructors provided dozens of workshops that were attended by thousands of attendees worldwide, online.
These WiDS initiatives would not be possible without the generous support from our sponsors, the global visionaries, the innovation leaders, and everyone at Stanford.
One thing we've been very excited about this last year is working on what we call the WiDS Academy. We got interested in understanding better what the barriers were for young women and for minorities to enter this exciting field, and how we could possibly remove those barriers, and what sort of programs could we put in place with partners all over the world to help.
Our ultimate aim with WiDS is to increase the percentage of women in data science, to achieve at least 30% women across all domains and at all levels, from students to senior leaders, by the year 2030. And we call this 30 by 30. We believe 30% is a tipping point. That's when women truly believe that they are part of a group and they can contribute and have great impact. And we hope that you join us all in reaching this big goal.
For now, though, whether you're at Stanford or at one of the regional events worldwide or just in your living room, you are a part of the WiDS worldwide movement.
Welcome to WiDS!
I'm very excited to have you all here on WITS Delhi Day 2 event. On day 1, we had wonderful technical talks on conversational AI by Dr. Nidhi Arora and classification techniques in data science by Pallavi Satsangi. And we concluded the data challenge round 1 and round 2. Today, we will get an opportunity to hear our wonderful speakers who are leading the way in data science. So, we will be starting our technical talk by Dr. Mayuri Mehta at 10:30 and Career in Data Science by Shreya Sharma at 11:30. We had an interesting data challenge round 3, which was measuring the world happiness based on development indicators. I hope all the participants must have enjoyed the challenge. You'll receive the data challenge round 3 update around 11:30. So we'll start with the technical talk shortly. So our speaker has joined the studio. Welcome, ma'am, and we are really glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, Dr. Mayuri Mehta is a passionate learner, teacher, and researcher. She received a doctorate in computer engineering from National Institute of Technology, Surat. Her areas of teaching and research include data science, healthcare informatics, machine learning, deep learning, computer algorithms, and Python programming. Her 22 years of professional experience includes several academic and research achievements, along with administrative and organizational capabilities. She is awarded the Researcher of the Year award by Third National Business and Academic Excellence Award Committee for her exceptional caliber and outstanding performance as academician, researcher, mentor, advisor, and thought leader. She has four granted international innovation patents, four published patents, and one granted copyright. She has co edited two books. The first one was Tracking and Preventing Disease with Artificial Intelligence, and the second one is Language Modeling and Big Data Analytics in Healthcare with Springer and CRC Press, respectively. So, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dipti, for wonderful introduction. A very good morning, everyone. Hope I am audible.
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible, but we can't see you. Is that your
Yeah,
camera turned on?
I tried to turn my camera on, but I think I don't know what's the problem. I'm getting message that press Control E. I tried that also, but
Okay,
I don't know. It's I'm not getting it on.
that's okay. No worries.
Yeah, fine. So, a very good morning, everyone. Today, I would provide you insights on applications of data science in healthcare. So, today, people know buzzwords like data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, etc. But less people know how these fields are connected to each other and how they are transforming the real life industries. So, in this session, you will understand how data science is useful in healthcare. Data science and machine learning both are very popular buzzwords today and they are often thrown around together, but they should not be mistaken for synonyms. There are some myths about these two terms also, like some people believe that they are same, some believe data science includes machine learning, some believe machine learning includes data science, and some believe they are different. But in reality, data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses key skills of a wide range of fields, including machine learning, statistics, visualization, etc. And there is one crucial reason why data scientists need machine learning, because data scientists need machine learning to make high value predictions that can guide better decisions and smart actions in real life without human intervention. So role of machine learning here is to learn from the data and to make predictions, classifications based on what it learns from the data. Fine. So uh, I have divided the flow of discussion like this. I'm sorry, Dipti, from where can I change the slides? Like I'm not able to see the presentation. Uh, okay. Yeah, now it is visible. Thank you so much. Now it is visible. Yeah. The information included in this presentation is from various resources or it is our own research work, and this information is for education purposes only. Okay, so I have divided the flow of presentation like this. I'll start discussion with brief introduction of data science and how data science has emerged in healthcare. Subsequently, we will discuss major applications of data science in healthcare. Then, if time permits, I will cover some use cases of data sciences in healthcare. And after discussing the fundamental application areas of data science in healthcare, I shall discuss some future scope of data science in healthcare, challenges and future scope. Fine.
We can't hear you. I guess there is some kind of glitch.
Hello.
Uh, uh, yes, you're audible. So there
Yeah,
was some
fine.
kind of network glitch. Yeah. So I have added the slide. Hope it's visible to you.
Yeah, visible to me.
Okay.
So you could not hear me for any slide?
I think initial two, three slides that was audible. So we can start from the slide number 4.
Fine, fine. We can start with this. Okay.
Yeah.
So first, I would like to discuss the emergence of data science in healthcare, because we know that today we are generating tons of data in every real life sectors, including agriculture, education, finance, healthcare, etc. So data science help us to analyze this complex data and derive insights from this huge amount of data. So, data science has evolved in healthcare due to three major reasons. The first and foremost reason is availability of a high amount of electronic data. With increasing use of computer systems and their potential, the digitization of records has become a standard today in almost every hospital, and it is widely adopted practice nowadays, and digital data is available in immense volume today. Digital healthcare data. So this huge amount of digital data, it doesn't make any sense until you truly transform this data into knowledge. So, to transform this data into knowledge, substantial additional computational power and new data mining and natural language processing techniques are required. So today we also have, as I have mentioned here, you can see that today we also have increased computation power available with us since past few years, and development of rapid analytics techniques. Rapid analytics techniques have also been developed. So, as we all know, earlier too data was available, but it was not available in electronic form. So, although data science and artificial intelligence techniques, they were available since long, we had not applied them to this data earlier. To healthcare data, we did not apply them earlier. But now this data is available in electronic form, and that too in massive volume. So a lot of research is being carried out in this area today by researchers using data science along with machine learning and deep learning techniques. Machines are made to learn the various parameters from healthcare data. For example, in healthcare sector, machines are made to learn parameters like symptoms, behavior, pathological variables, etc. from this huge amount of data. So, thus, due to wide applications of data science, top tier companies like Google, Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, they are investing billions for this data science, and hence data science related job market is growing extremely rapidly today. As you can see in the graph below, data is generated from different sources like financial logs, text files, multimedia forms, sensors, instruments. So, simple business analytics techniques are not capable of processing this huge amount of data, and this is why we need more complex and advanced analytics tools and algorithms like machine learning, deep learning for processing, analyzing and drawing meaningful insights out of this data. And this is where we use machine learning also along with data science. Apart from this, a survey was carried out, and it was we have shortage. It has been figured out that we have shortage of doctors in India. As per the WHO recommendation, the doctor to patient ratio should be 1 is to 1456 in India, but we have less doctors in India. Uh, we are less by almost one third of the required doctors, and data science and artificial techniques are useful here to build automated healthcare systems which will assist doctors to provide improved healthcare services. But here, please mind that these technologies, data science, artificial intelligence, etc., they are to assist doctors. They are not to replace them. So it is said that machines will not replace, it will say that machines will not replace physicians, but physicians using artificial intelligence, they will replace, they will soon replace those doctors who are not using it. Another reason of emergence of data science in healthcare industry is generation of enormous data through IoT networks in healthcare. Using IoT, a regular hospital can be converted into a smart hospital wherein everything is traced and managed simultaneously while all the data is collected in a centralized data set. In multidisciplinary hospital, a government hospital, you can imagine amount of data generated regularly if it is turned into a smart hospital, because so many patients visit multidisciplinary hospital on daily basis, like, and also in government hospital. So this is this is the traditional way. As you can see here on the right hand side, I have mentioned the steps that the traditional way of healthcare, that doctor needs to attend the patients for treatment. Sometimes treatment is delayed because even if the patient is in critical condition, the treatment is delayed because absence due to absence of sufficient healthcare staff. And moreover, multiple stakeholders are involved in clinical treatment, and there is not much increasing amount of stakeholders due to decentralized system. On the other hand, if we use IoT-enabled solutions in healthcare, they facilitate continuous generation of data. That is, they generate big data, which offers a lot of benefits using data science and artificial intelligence techniques on various levels for healthcare system, starting from inpatient treatment and health condition monitoring to disease prevention and early diagnosis. So let me give you here a small example of one IoT use case in healthcare. In 2018, England, which is a NHS England, which is an executive non-departmental public body of the Department of Health and Social Care, it announced that it is willing to support a remote diabetes treatment solution. This statement was made on World Diabetes Day in 2018, and the solution proposed in a continuous glucose monitoring using a device that is of size of penny. The device monitors blood glucose level non-stop after it is inserted in patient's arm, and the monitoring data can be easily accessed via the data can be easily accessed via your Android or iOS devices. So such smart health monitoring devices, they produce big data and they bring huge value to the research and treatment of diabetes. So such several examples are there. This is a small example in this field. Okay. Fine. So this is I would like to skip this. This is a simple workflow of big data analytics in healthcare. And as you can see, data warehouses store massive amounts of data generated from various sources. And this data is processed using analytic pipelines to obtain smarter and affordable healthcare options. So let us focus mainly on application areas of data science in healthcare. I shall briefly introduce application areas of data science in healthcare. Data science is used in healthcare for several applications like drug discovery, treatment design, then medication management, medical image analysis, healthcare system analysis, clinical decision recommendation, robot assisted surgery, and genetics and genomic based research. I will simply introduce each application domain in brief because these are huge concepts and they cannot be fully covered within limited time. So starting with drug discovery, let us discuss each application area one by one. Today, pharma industries have joined hands with data science industries and AI industries to reform and modernize the classical drug development process. It has been reported by several research institutes that a drug completes a long journey of 12 years, 10 to 12 years to reach the marketplace from the research laboratory. It's a very long journey. Moreover, merely 5 in 5,000 drugs are permitted for human tests, and 1 in this 5 is permitted for human treatment. In addition, the estimated cost of developing a new drug is roughly US dollar 1 million as per various studies. Data science are useful. Data science, along with machine learning and deep learning techniques, is useful here in streamlining the drug discovery process, and more importantly, it is useful to
Ma'am, we lost you. I guess there is some more internet issue. We can't hear you. Okay, we'll just wait for a while. Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you, but I think my slides are not there, right?
Yes, you're supposed to, share it once again.
Huh. I think I need to upload again because I have changed browser because that problem is occurring repeatedly. So I changed browser.
Okay,
Just a minute.
sure.
I'm uploading, so it's getting uploaded presentation.
Okay, as soon as it will get uploaded, I'll add it to the screen.
It's still uploading.
Okay.
I think internet is slow. I 40% uploaded.
That's okay.
Almost 70% is uploaded.
We are facing a little internet issue, so probably will be back within 4 to 5 minutes.
PPT is uploaded, but it is processing. So I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, it takes little time.
Actually, once it is uploaded in StreamYard, it should be visible to every browser, but I don't know why it's not showing.
Yeah, there must be some issue with the browser. I guess so. That must not be supporting it. And
Yeah, it's available now.
yeah, I'm going to update.
Yeah, yeah. Fine. I think you are not changing it, right? Because I'm changing, but then it's taking me back.
No, I'm not changing it.
Yeah. No, I'm not changing, but I don't know. Somebody is changing it, or
We are at slide number 10, where it's mentioned applications of data science
yeah,
in healthcare.
yeah. But I don't know who is changing. Like I'll go to that slide, but if somebody is,
Now we are at slide 7, I can see. 8, 7, 8 again.
again 7878. Oh my God.
It's we are at slide number 9, where it's like a workflow of data analytics in healthcare.
Oh my God, who, like, what's happening? I don't understand because I'm not changing the slides and it's taking me back.
Okay, so what I'll do, shall I change it on behalf of you?
Yeah, yeah, on my behalf, please change it.
Sure, I will do that. So this is slide number 10. That's the applications of data science in healthcare.
No, yeah, we will not, like, go ahead. Next slide.
Okay.
Next, next, next. Yeah, we were on this slide, slide number 13.
Okay, slide number 13, but on my system, I can see like applications of data science in healthcare. Yeah, fine. So I hope it's visible to you as well.
It should be slide number 13. It's like now it is 15.
13 is here. The classical drug discovery process.
Yeah, because why it's happening? Because it is showing me message that you are in slideshow. No, but it cannot be. No, it should be slide number 13, right? Yeah, it should be
Yeah, so
this slide. I'm not handling slides, so please handle the slides on behalf of me. Okay,
sure.
fine. So it has been reported by several. We were discussing the first application area of data science, that is drug discovery using data science. So as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area of data science. So, as we discussed, it has been reported by several institutes that drug discovery is a very important area streamlining this drug discovery process, and more importantly, this data science can help us to cut down the cost of drug discovery and the time to reach the marketplace. This figure shows the key steps involved in traditional drug discovery process, and it also shows the flow among the steps and approximate time required by each step. As you can see in this figure, the most of the time is taken by the step number 6, that is clinical trials. So it can be noticed that this step takes around 6 years. And if correct pairs of compound molecules and targets are identified during the first 3 steps of this drug discovery process, then a lot of time can be saved in clinical trials, that is step number 6. So data science along with machine learning methods play a vital role in discovery of previously unknown, however effective pairs of molecules and corresponding targets in steps 1, 2, 3. And this way it helps us to cut down the cost, to cut down the time. Next slide, please. A process of matching chemical properties of compound molecules with target biomarkers and finding the effective pairs is known as drug-target interaction, which is known as DTI. So the database, here you can see that machine learning methods, as I told you, the data science and machine learning, they do go together, because without the use of machine learning, data science cannot analyze complex data, massive amount of data. So these are the methods which can be used to identify DTI, that is drug target interactions. Several databases are also available in this field, which includes a massive amount of data, and this data sets are PubChem, Drug Bank, Super Target, TDR targets. These are publicly available data sets for drug discovery, and data science can be used for effective drug discovery. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. The next application area is treatment design. So no patient, next slide, please. Yeah, I shall try to operate it now onwards. Okay, I'll try to operate it. Yeah. So no patient is the same, we all know this fact. This sounds obvious, yet often doctors treat patients with the same diagnosis in a similar way. In current scenario, one treatment fits all for many diseases, but it has been observed that different patients respond to drugs and treatment schedules differently. As you can see in right side figure, some patients respond to normal dose of drug, some patients respond to lower dose of drug, some respond to higher dose of drug, while some patients do not respond to drug and they need alternate drug. So personalized treatment has enormous potential to increase patients' lifespan. But currently, the scenario is one treatment fits all, though we know that personalized treatment has enormous potential for patients' treatment. So for better outcomes of medical treatment, treatment should be tailored to the characteristics of the patient, such as blood characteristics, DNA, urine characteristics, tissues, etc. And individually customized treatment should be diagnosed. So data science along with machine learning, deep learning techniques has a profound effect in designing such individually customized treatments, and in future personalized treatments will be given to individual patients. But to make it like automated personalized treatment, to generate automated personalized treatment, first we need to analyze the past data using the data science so that the future treatments can be provided, future personalized treatment can be provided. However, the challenge in designing personalized treatment is it's very hard to identify that which factor should affect the choice of treatment, which factors of patients should affect the choice of treatment. Here I have included some examples of research done in this area, that is in the area of personalized treatment. Professors and researchers of Aalto University in Finland, in association with professors of other universities, they are developing new methods for personalized medicine. They have been able to find out what information is relevant to predict what kinds of therapies are effective for each patient, and they have developed new technology that can compare different treatments and identify the most suitable treatment for a patient. So they are also developing methods that can explain how they have reached their conclusions, and such methods are highly desirable in healthcare to win the trust of medical professionals as well as patients. Other examples are also there. Let me discuss one more example. Like AI along with data science has also been used to automate treatment plans, and uh, like professors in Canada, a team of professors in Toronto University in Canada is working on such area. Several other universities all over the world are also working in this area. Fine. The next application area is medication management. Poor obedience of patients towards taking suggested medicine is a widespread problem, and this leads to poor health outcome and inflates healthcare cost. You might have also experienced in your family or in your groups sometimes that when doctor has suggested to take medicine for 15 days, patient takes it for say 10 days or lesser, and she is feeling well after taking medicine for first 10 days. So patients many times do not understand that it is necessary to complete the medicine courses to completely recover from the illness. Moreover, sometimes what patients do, if doctor has suggested to take some medicine of say 500 milligram dose, then patient takes the same medicine of lower dose, say 250 milligram or lesser, and the height is sometimes patients do not take medicine at all that is suggested by doctor. So to overcome such problems, data science using AI have developed techniques which have been used in different ways to improve medication management, and it is being used to increase medication safety, to accurately and cost effectively estimate to supervise medication adherence, and to plan follow-up appointments to evaluate treatment progress. So, for example, let me give you example of National Institutes of Health, which is known as NIH. It has developed an AI cure application for smartphone to monitor and supervise medication usage of patients. So here algorithms are integrated with smartphones. Data science algorithms are integrated with smartphones camera, which autonomously check that patients are taking medicine as per prescription or not. And this algorithm assists users to manage their health conditions. So such applications are highly useful to patients with severe conditions and medical conditions. And example, Sensely is the popular virtual assistant platform used for medication in United States, which is based on data science and artificial intelligence. It checks in with the patient once or multiple times a day. It can ask the patient to check their vital states such as their weight, their blood pressure, etc. And based on this readings, it gives feedback to patient. But all such applications, all such apps, they first use past data, they analyze data, they understand that how such decisions are made, and accordingly then they make decisions from the new data. It also asks questions to patients pertaining to their health conditions, and AI technology is also embedded in it, which records the results, and these results are then funneled back to the physician so that these results can also be further analyzed and more accurate decisions can be made in future. So through such app, patients can even communicate with the nurse by clicking on the options provided on the screen, and this Sensely app itself can also communicate with the healthcare providers by calling and scheduling on behalf of the patient. Another example in this area is MediSafe app, which is also mobile app, and it is Israel's personalized medication management platform. Sensely and MediSafe, this both are startups that use data science and artificial intelligence. This MediSafe passively collects data from patients such as prescribed medications, health measurements, and it uses self-learning algorithms which can help a patient adhere to instructed medication better. So once the patients download the MediSafe app, they will be reminded whenever they need to take their medicine, and users can then enter the doses they take on this app, and when and how they are taking this medications, like how many times per day, and if this medicine have to be taken with particular food, then it can also be entered in this app. So this information can then be easily shared with caretakers and doctors too. So such several healthcare applications are available for medication management, and these are, like, I'll show you some more examples, and these all are based on data science and artificial intelligence. This all are the AI-based healthcare apps, but they use data science. Without data science, this data cannot be analyzed. AI is to analyze this complex data. So there are several such apps you will find if you Google them. Okay. The next application area is medical image analysis, which is widely explored for research. Medical image analysis is useful for detection of disease states. For example, it is used for detecting lung cancer or strokes based on CT scans, assessing the risk of sudden cardiac death or other heart diseases based on electrocardiograms and cardiac MRI images. It is also used for classifying skin lesions in skin images, finding indicators of diabetic retinopathy in eye images. So several such examples are there. This figure shows the classification of medical image modalities. Here you can see that they are mainly classified into categories: radiology and visible light photography. So they are mainly classified in these two categories, and visible light photography is further divided into subcategories like microscopic images, dermoscopic images, endoscopic images, and radiology includes different kinds of image modalities like X-ray, CT scan, MRI, ultrasound, SPECT, PET, etc. You might have heard these names, and on the right hand side I have included sample images for all these image modalities. Now, even if you focus on any of these subcategories, enormous research opportunities are available using data science and artificial intelligence. For example, if we focus on X-ray, we know that several diseases can be diagnosed considering this one type of image modality. For example, X-ray is used to diagnose bone-related diseases. It is used to diagnose TB. It is used to diagnose pneumonia, corona, etc. So if we focus on any one kind of image modality also, enormous research opportunity is available. If we focus on, for example, ultrasound image, it is used to view and provide information about several internal parts of the body, such as heart, blood vessels, liver, bladder, kidneys, and female reproductive organs. So if we focus on abdomen ultrasound image, then it can help us check for kidney stones, gallstones, liver related diseases, and the causes of stomach pain. Fine. Now they are useful. This images are useful for diagnosis of like ultrasound image of abdomen can be used to diagnose the problems related to abdomen. Abdomen comprises of several organs, as we know, like as you can see in this figure, that it comprises of stomach, small intestine, large intestine, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, etc. So different types of diseases are there related to each of this organ, and this all diseases can be diagnosed using ultrasound images. So this way you can think of the enormous research opportunities focusing on different medical image modalities. I'll show you the simple, approach which can be used to diagnose using ultrasound image modality. This is a normal data science pipeline that we have a set of images here, which is ultrasound in this case. This images will be pre-processed first, then features will be extracted from the features will be extracted from this pre-processed images, and then decisions will be made to diagnose the disease. So it's a simple data science pipeline which can be followed to diagnose disease. Okay. This is a popular application developed by Google. You might be knowing about it. Google AI team has discovered a new way to assess a person's risk of heart disease. And this is by analyzing scans of back of patient's eye. This algorithm is able to accurately deduce data. The type of data it deduces individuals' age, blood pressure, whether person is smoking or not, and this can be then used to predict patient's risk of suffering a major cardiac event such as heart attack. So, and this also even with roughly the same accuracy as recent leading methods provide. So this algorithm particularly makes it quicker and easier for doctors to analyze patients' cardiovascular risk, as it does not require blood test. So this is also based on data science. This is another example, like Stanford University. Few years back, a group of professors in Stanford University, they developed an algorithm against 21 dermatologists on its ability to identify skin cancer, and they received success in it. Okay, the next application area which I would like to discuss is health system analysis. Health system analysis. Here, data science allows the hospitals to analyze clinical data and generate deep insights into potential health. Data science techniques are used in number of ways to analyze clinical data and thereby to provide solutions that save time, that reduce cost of care, that uses resources efficiently, that increase accuracy, that manage population health easily, and they are used to analyze a wide range of data throughout a healthcare system to mine, automate, and predict processes. So I'll give you a few examples of healthcare system analysis. For instance, healthcare invoice generation is automated in Netherlands. 97% of healthcare invoices are electronic, that allow both invoice delivery and payment to take place online, which in turn increases efficiency while reducing cost. Another example is a Dutch company. A Dutch company analyzes data throughout a healthcare system using artificial intelligence to emphasize mistakes in treatments and to emphasize workflow inefficiencies to help the healthcare system to avoid needless hospitalization of patients. IBM Watson supports physicians in being able to analyze thousands of medical papers using NLP to identify treatment plans. And the next example is about 25% of healthcare costs in United States go towards billing, usually for insurances. So this one desk application can help. This one desk application can coordinate between patients, insurance companies, hospitals, banks to keep human intervention to a bare minimum in the billing process. So these are some examples in this area. The next is clinical recommendation, clinical decision recommendation. Here, data science have enormous capability to provide context-relevant recommendation to patients, to their friends and family, and recommendations to hospital team through a variety of tools like mobile apps, wearables, and chatbots. Such tools assist people to be in charge of their health, like with the right data integration methods and personal in place, machine learning and data science, they have the potential to advance clinical decision support and help providers deliver optimal care. Here, however, selection of training data plays an important role for these tools because training data affects interpretation and recommendations. So this is a challenging task here. Okay. Now I would like to focus on next application area, that is AI assisted robotic surgery. Robotic or robot assisted surgery can give doctors better vision and precision. They give doctors flexibility and control when they are performing complex, minimally invasive procedures. Benefits of this robot assisted surgeries are patients will have smaller, I'll show you the benefits here, that patients will have small cars, patients will have a shorter hospitalization time, patients will have lower risk for adverse side effects, patients will have faster overall recovery time, patients will suffer from less pain, they will have no blood donation prior to, they do not require blood donation prior to surgery, they will have less blood loss if it is performed with robots, and quicker return to normal activity. So these are the major benefits if the surgeries are performed using robots. And many countries, they are spending a lot of money into developing this technology, and Israel is much respected country around the world in this area. There are some examples of surgeries performed with the help of robotics. I'll show you. Here you can see that Summerlin Hospital in Las Vegas. They are already using robot systems to perform surgeries, and they have performed surgeries related to kidney, then gynecologics procedure, colorectal surgery, gallbladder surgery, single site gallbladder surgery. This all have been performed with the help of robots. Moreover, Mayo Clinic Hospital in US, they have also used robotic system to perform surgery, like surgery for prostate cancer, heart-related surgeries also performed with robot-assisted systems, bladder surgery, knee replacement, etc. And here, like below, you can see few more examples in this domain. But not only this United States is using this robotic systems, but other countries are also using this robotic systems to perform surgeries, and majority of these robotic surgeries are performed using the Da Vinci robotic system, which is very popular all over the world. So after, like, not only this United States and UK countries are using this robot assisted surgery, but it has also been widely used in India, which you might not be knowing, that after the US FDA, that is Food and Drug Administration approval of the Da Vinci system in 2000, India got its first urologic robotic installation at the All India Institute of Medical Science, New Delhi in 2006. And following the decade, so unprecedented growth of robotic surgery in India, almost by July 2019, There were 66 centers and 71 robotic installations in India, with more than 500 trained robotic surgeons in our country, and more than 12,800 surgeries were performed with robotic assistance in first 10 to 12 years. And these numbers are expected to increase because more robotic surgeons get trained and other surgical specialists increasingly utilizing this platform. So the trend suggests that the rise of robotic surgery in India has been, and it's going to be a rapid and huge one. Okay, I'll skip these examples, I think, because I'm running out of time. Okay. And the next application area is genetics and genomics. Genetics and genomics is an emerging subdomain of healthcare wherein data science, especially data science along with deep learning algorithms, has a plethora of uses. Genetic and genomics genomics and genetics, the decision of so it has a plethora of uses, and here you can see that this is the example. The example, you can see that a huge amount of genetic and genomic information can be used for predicting cancer outcomes using, like this is the example where it has been used to predict cancer outcomes. But let me tell you that this data is always huge, even if we consider one patient, because this is like, as you can see in this figure, we have hundreds of tissues in our body, and all these tissues have three-dimensional information. So this, like for one patient also, we have huge amount of genetic and genomic information, and if we consider several patients to train a machine learning model, then this would be a big data. And generally big data is analyzed with like deep learning algorithms. So deep learning is more suitable to analyze this huge amount of data in this domain. This is another latest research in this domain. Okay, so this is all about the applications of data science, application areas of data science in healthcare. As I told you, these are very big areas which cannot be fully covered. I simply introduce them. So later, if you later you can explore each of them to know research opportunities in them, right? Now, if time permits, then I would like to discuss the challenges and future scope. Otherwise, I may conclude. Like Dipti.
Yeah, I think, yes, we can discuss.
Okay, I'll take a maximum 4 minutes. So, data science along with
We can't hear you. Seems like there is some network glitch. So we'll wait to hear the use cases of uh, data science and application in healthcare. We'll wait for a while. And meanwhile, I hope all the participants, the data challenge, two participants They might have submitted their responses. Let me know if you have any query regarding that data challenge round 3. Or if you are facing any issue in uploading and all.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Huh.
And we can see the slide also.
Yeah, I would like to like my challenges and slides.
Sure.
Can you directly go to slide number? I don't remember, but 110 or something.
Okay. 110.
Because
Fine.
I think I have to go. I have to press next. No?
I'm going there. So we are at slide 115.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the one?
Yeah, move ahead. No. Challenges slide. I don't remember exact number, so move ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like still I think above 120. It may be.
Okay.
No. Next. Next.
Challenges.
Yeah. Fine. Now I'll handle this slide.
Sure.
Okay, so uh, I would like to let you know that data science, along with AI, has brought several benefits to the healthcare industry through promising applications. But the healthcare industry is still facing significant technical and non-technical challenges and development and deployment of these applications. So here are some challenges. That you can see that data is available in healthcare domain, but there is no centralized data set available that comprises of, for any disease, we don't have a centralized data set that comprises of patient data from different regions of the world or from different countries or from different areas of the country. Like when researchers, they do research, they collect data from hospitals of hospital of a city or hospital of a region, but then that solutions may not be adopted for patients of other regions. So we are lacking a centralized data set in this domain. Moreover, the dearth of a quality data, because data vary largely due to several factors, like for example X-ray images, if you collect from one imaging centers, and X-ray images if you collect from other imaging centers, they vary largely in specifications and configurations. So there is a dearth of quality data in this domain. Moreover, lack of sufficient annotated data. We may get X-ray images, MRI images, or some other medical images, but these images are not annotated. And because annotation requires expert advice, which is cumbersome. We have medical experts, but we know that due to high population in India, they remain busy most of the time, and they cannot spare time to annotate this data. So we don't have annotated data, and annotation is essential. On the other hand, it is essential to claim significant results using data science and machine learning. So this is also the limitation here. Imbalanced data. Ideally, data should have a nearly equal number of positive and negative samples to avoid accuracy paradox. But like for most of the diseases, we have imbalanced data. We need data of healthy patient as well as data of equal amount of data for patients who are suffering from a particular disease. Right? Moreover, patient privacy and the ethics of data ownership also like restrict us to carry out research in this domain. Inadequate training of machine learning, deep learning models due to limited data and due to limited annotated data. This is also a challenge in this domain. Then then lack of interpretability, like this data is analyzed with the help of machine learning or deep learning, and we know that machine learning, deep learning models are black box models with multi-layer non-linear structure, and they give results with no explanations, which lead to lack of trust, because patients and doctors, medical professionals, they are not ready to accept results without explanations, and results without explanations are like difficult to accept. Then lack of association between medical experts and technical experts, and most of the other countries, they do research in healthcare using data science or artificial intelligence, but they, in their countries, medical experts and technical experts, they associate with each other and they carry out the research, because technical experts are experts in data science, they may be experts in data science and artificial intelligence, and medical experts, they have a good domain knowledge, so they should associate with each other, and close association between them can further advance this field. And design of a solution that can smoothly implement and integrated into clinical. Okay, fine. So these are the challenges we face in this area, and future opportunities I would like to share with you. Though data science has brought significant changes in several sectors of healthcare, the future of data science in healthcare unfolds several opportunities over the next few years. Solutions developed using data science have made small footsteps towards addressing primary challenges. However, still, we have to achieve a meaningful overall impact on the global healthcare industry, and present opportunities where researchers can contribute are they can develop transfer learning and data augmentation techniques that can help us to overcome data dearth. Careful selection of data can help us to improve accuracy of machine learning, deep learning models. Moreover, annotated models can be created to produce text reports from medical images. Then efficient algorithms can also be developed to generate annotations in medical images, because I told you that we don't have annotated data in this field, and we need medical experts and they have less time. So rather, on the other hand, what we can do, we can develop efficient algorithms which can generate annotations in medical images. Moreover, images can be combined with reports to generate annotated data for supervised learning. Algorithms can also be developed to detect abnormality in data. Which kind of data? Data that like medical images, like such as MRI, X-ray, CT scan. So before we process, like before we train machine learning models with the help of this medical data needs to be processed, pre-processed. So abnormality needs to be detected, and we can develop algorithms to detect abnormality in medical images. Applications can also be designed to convert analyzed reports to voice for blind people. Then medical image fusion of two modalities is also recommended to extract more precise features. Nowadays, researchers are combining different medical image modalities, different types of data, that is medical image modalities, for accurate location of, for example, accurate location of brain tumor. So for several such analysis, for several such diagnosis, they are combining different types of medical image modalities. Explainable models can also be created for medical image analysis. And last but not the least, optimization of hyperparameters in neural network needs to be taken care, because you are making machines to learn from this data through this neural network models. So optimization of hyperparameters is also very important, right? So this is all from my side about data science in healthcare. Like now, I would like to take questions if you have. So and fine, I would like to skip this part. Okay. I would also like to share with you information about our recently published books in healthcare domain. This is published with Springer, Tracking and Preventing Diseases with Artificial Intelligence. And this is Knowledge Modeling and Big Data Analytics in Healthcare. And there are, so those who are interested in this domain, they can refer these books. And we have also announced a call for, like, it is almost over, like our 2 more books are coming in the area. I'm not able to move to the next slide.
I have moved it.
Yeah. Anyway, fine. So like, so this is almost like submitted, this book, Explainable Artificial Intelligence. And we have also announced call for chapters for this book, Algorithms and Data and Algorithms in E-Government. Fine. So that's all from my side. Now I would like to take questions from your side. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, like, for your patience, because we faced several technical issues, and I'm very sorry for that.
That's okay, ma'am. It was really a wonderful session. We have a few questions. I'll read it out for you.
Yeah.
So the first one is like, it is really nice to use data science for medical domain, but how these systems ensures individual privacy, as even robotic system, if connected to knowledge base, should be vulnerable to data leak.
Yeah, so privacy, like when we collect this data from hospital, there are some ethics we have to follow, like medical experts, and in medical domain, they have to follow some rules. So when you collect data from doctors, they do not compromise the privacy of patients, and they provide only medical data without disclosing the information related to patient. For example, currently we are working on 3 to 5 such real time problems in healthcare, and we have associated with doctors, and we are collecting data from them, but they are not disclosing patients privacy. They are giving us only because they have to abide to those rules. they have to, like, in their job, they have to follow their rules, and they cannot provide private data. They do not disclose privacy of the patients. So I don't know, I understood the questions. Can you please repeat the what was the question?
Yeah, sure. So the question was like, it is really nice to use data science for medical domain, but how these systems ensures individual privacy, as even robotic system, if connected to knowledge base, should be vulnerable to data leak.
Yeah, so security measures have to be, like, taken care this point, like, but otherwise there is, I think there won't be any issues if we take sufficient measures to ensure privacy and security with this automated systems.
Okay, so we have another question like, is there any information sharing negative bias from developed countries to developing countries researchers? I mean, is there any global level agreement for healthcare information sharing, treatment, etc.?
Yeah, I got your point, right. Developed countries, they are using automated systems for medical diagnosis, disease diagnosis, and there are developing countries who need to use this information. So some data repositories are there where you can find this information. That, for example, like, I know that one university in France, one university in Italy, they are doing very well in leukemia detection. So they have like published this data on their website. They have also published the type of research they have done so far. So we can definitely use this information when we are carrying out research. So if it is private to their organization, then you may not find such information on web resources. But we are getting a quite a good amount of information in this domain through several web resources, and they are available, like data sets are also available for each this application area if you search in Google. So data sets are available, types of research they have carried out, and that's why I initially told you that I collected some of the information from web resources only in different application areas, because it is available. So, and we can also associate, there are several schemes, like for example, India and every other country, like India and Germany, India and say Canada. So they are joint projects, like joint project schemes are there. So we can collaborate with researchers in those countries, developed countries, and research in those areas. Yeah, hope I answered your question.
Yeah, so we have last but not the least, one last question I can see. That is, ma'am, do we have any opportunity available for interns in the advanced areas in the healthcare domain? How to connect with you for advice or any further investigation interest in healthcare domain?
Dipti, please repeat the question.
Yeah. So question is, ma'am, do you have any opportunity available for interns in the advanced areas in the healthcare domain? How to connect with you for advice or any further investigation interest in healthcare domain?
Yeah, you can drop me a mail. Like, I am also associated with several several companies doing work in healthcare domain with the help of data science and AI. And let me tell you that presently there is one intern from Delhi only, who is associated with me and doing internship for 6 months. When I am associated with some companies, like one company, it is Estonia based company, and they are developing products, healthcare related products only with the help of AI and data science. So sometimes, like, they need interns, like I am associated, so I only need interns, and sometimes we need developers also. So that way you can get associated with us. And otherwise also, like, I am also carrying out research with my research scholars because I'm also a professor. So there also, if possible, like we do joint work. Every time I prefer to do work in team only. So there are students and there are professionals who are associated with me, and I'm associated with them, and we are doing in team only. So you can drop me a mail if you are interested in a particular domain, and you will find such opportunities if you Google, because several companies, they need developers and interns these days in this domain.
Okay, that's really great to know. And what I'll do, I'll share your mail ID and the LinkedIn profile with our participant so that they
Yeah.
can reach out.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you
So,
so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for patiently hearing me in spite of several technical issues.
yeah. So, hope we answered all the questions. And that was really a wonderful session on data science applications in healthcare. Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your time from your busy schedule. It was really very informative and engaging session. I'm sure that your talk will ignite our audience to explore the data science application in healthcare. Yeah, so once again, thank you so much
Yeah. Thank you.
for joining
Thank you.
with us.
Have a good day.
Wish you the same. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
So, moving ahead, we are going to start with the Career in Data Science talk by Shreya Sharma. She'll be joining shortly. So, welcome, Shreya.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible too.
Okay, great.
So, our next speaker is Shreya Sharma. She is going to talk about the career in data science. So, let me just brief about Shreya. So, Shreya is currently working with Udan as a data scientist. She graduated from BITS Pilani. She is extremely knowledgeable in her domain of expertise. She has been involved in various data transformation, machine learning, and data analytics activities in her current profile. So, over to you, Shreya.
Thank you, Dipti. Okay. So I'll start with a small introduction. Give me a minute. Okay.
Are you trying to share screen or something like that?
No, I'll just
Okay,
speak like that.
okay, fine, fine, great. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start with a small introduction. Hello everyone. This is Shreya, and recently I have joined Uran as a associate manager. And prior to that, I was working as a data scientist at ITC, and before that, I have also worked with Blue Yonder as an analyst. So I have overall 2 years of experience in data, and I'm graduated from BITS Plani 2020. So, data science has become a popular choice over the last decade, which is why I would like to discuss how to enter this field and how you can grow further as a data scientist. So, to start with the first step, if you are a college graduate or planning to switch your field, or in any case you don't have a prior experience, there are multiple resources available to help you develop the skills needed, and you can easily get a job there. So for the courses, you can look for portals like Udemy, Coursera, Upgrad, or Codecademy, and you can practice from Kaggle, which has multiple real-time projects. You can also participate in hackathons or look for internships. Talking about my personal experience, I have done my graduation in pharmacy, which is like completely different from what I'm doing right now. But my approach was that I did few data science relevant courses from Udemy, and I took part in hackathons. One of them was Microsoft Codes, which is solely for female coders. So, if in case any female coders is present, I would highly recommend to look for this hackathon and participate there. So, this hackathon basically gave me a kickstart into coding data science stuff, since I was asked to build a different augmented reality based app. But general confusion which most of the people face and I had in the beginning is whether to get into software development roles or look for data science or something relevant fields, because when you are into bachelor's there is a huge hype of software development roles. So at that point the courses will be really helpful. So I did my courses related to both the fields, and I was able to figure out which could be the right field for me. After which I did my internship with Blue Yonder. I won't get into much detail there, but the important takeaways from that internship was firstly that data science in real life is very different from theoretical data science, because in real life you have to do data science in a way that it is implementable, easy to execute, and tied to business goals. Even if accuracy is not 100%, what matters more is how easy it is to implement it and can be used by non-data science users, and most importantly it's able to achieve the business goals. A real life example I've seen is I have worked for two firms. Both of them were using sales forecasting, but Blue Yonder was having some fancy ML model while ITC was using simple time series model. It was not having nothing, it was not having something complicated algorithms or anything like that. But both of them were able to achieve their goals. But if we implement the ML model, it will definitely give a better accuracy. But as the model was very complicated, it took more time to train and give the final output. And since in ITC we were doing this process every day, it was actually not feasible to implement, because there you can't afford to run it for so many hours, since the output needs to be shared and displayed over dashboards, that too in the first half of the day, because people would refer to those data and they work accordingly. So the important thing is, while you do cool data science stuff, be cognizant of how implementation will go about, and should be enough effective and non-complex that it achieves the desired business goal. The other point I learned in the internship was to look for opportunities where you can implement your knowledge. So, not everyone will come to you with projects, and nobody wants to modify the ongoing models, which are working absolutely fine. But you will have to observe around you in a way that maybe some processes having a lot of manual interventions and you can automate it, or some approach which could improve the accuracy or effectiveness of the model. So this was all about how you can start your career. Now, once you have secured your first position, now you have to keep growing your skills, because like any other industry, data science is evolving and it's changing rapidly. There can be chances that skills which you have learned today might be outdated after few months. So I'll share few general tips which I follow and it can possibly help you out. First one is reading. So in the first part, like I mentioned, that I did certain courses to choose which track I need to pursue. Similarly, there are multiple roles in data science as well. It could be completely algorithmic based or it could be analytical. So you can go through courses and figure out which path you need to follow. Also, you need to read more on statistics, understanding how to optimize your model, interpret the output, and evaluate the performance. All these require deep awareness of a wide range of statistical methods. Next thing which you can explore is how does leading companies work on particular track. You can go for different industries like healthcare, retail, banking, etc., and exploring this will help you understand how people are approaching different problems and what all issues they are facing while doing so. So each industry will have different problem. If you apply one method in one industry, there are chances that it's not implementable for another industry. So similarly, many interviews will have questions around how you could approach a problem and what models to implement. So the interviews might not be very technical but logic based. Basically, knowing about different problem will improve your thinking. Next point is edges in learning. So data scientists generally have to juggle between multiple tasks. I myself need to interact with different professions like data engineers, business people, some ground team, different managers, etc. And all these roles combined together completes the whole product life cycle. So it is good to develop additional skills that are related to your role. It will make you more capable of understanding the complete cycle and to be a good thinker. So you will be able to think whether the method can be implemented at next steps or not. Third point is practice. Best way to learn data science is to do data science. So adopting a hands-on approach is most effective and efficient. You can look out for real-time projects like on Kaggle, or earlier I also mentioned that you can look around your workplace and implement your knowledge. So it can ease your work and you can actually implement your knowledge. Lastly, be part of community like women in data science. So when you are part of a community, you could understand different views of people from different industries. Moreover, if you have some level of knowledge, you can start sharing it as a part of sessions or talks. Speaking from my personal experience, it was like today was the first time I came up with some session being part of this community, and frankly speaking, this has been a great learning experience for me. Earlier, I was little hesitant about how the flow should be, what should be covered, considering different level of experience audience is present. But while I was preparing for this, I have gone through so many articles, checked the journey of so many people that and those people were actually from different fields. So I was actually able to relate how the process went for them. And going through all of them, I myself have got a path about how I can improve my skills. Also, the second benefit to be part of a community could be कि there can be times when you are busy with work, studies, some exams, etc., and you might not be available to learn something new. But being part of this community, someone else will collate the information and the person will share with you. So it's like कि speakers might have invested 1 or 2 weeks and they might have gone through multiple articles for this information, but you were able to get the information after investing just 30 to 40 minutes. Now I would like to discuss few of my projects just to show you how a real data science problem looks like. So first one is related to NLP. This project I started during my internship, and there was a team which used to answer queries of customers, and it was those queries were related to a product. So those questions could be around 1000, 5000, and answering each of them manually was very tedious job and it was lot of time consuming. So we thought of automating this process. What we did was we took the previously answered queries as a training set, did the required cleaning, etc., and using NLP techniques created the model. Everything was done using Python. Also, the UI was Python based, if you have heard about Tkinter. So things were working fine. It was able to deliver the results. Everything was fine, but we didn't thought about the implementation for the end user. The end user, so it was like it was on the whole model was working on my local system, but we need to share it with a team which is less technical. So asking them to do coding and making things complicated will that won't be a right path. So we had to recreate the model based on Azure services like function app, APIs, etc., and using their UI, it was easily available for the team. So the portal used to work like you can insert an Excel sheet with questions. It will get answered automatically in like 15 to 20 minutes. And once the user is sure that the answers are correct, he can upload the file again with answers so that it will automatically keeps retaining the model. So objective of mentioning this project was, firstly, I wanted you to understand key look for opportunities like I earlier mentioned. Look for opportunities where some manual work is going on, and that's when we thought of automating this process. Secondly, before starting, think about the implementation, because else you'll have to redo the whole process and it will consume the time. Now, moving to the second project, I would like to discuss sales forecasting. So, if you get into retail industry, you will more often find this project going on. So, sales forecasting is basically the process of estimating future sales. It could be based on different levels, like it could be weekly, monthly, quarterly, etc. Anything. So, future prediction is important to optimize the complete supply chain. So, if at a store we are predicting that 10 units of an item will be sold, so based on that estimation, we can apply promotions or keep the stocks ready accordingly. So, if if we are not predicting things and we are keeping extra stocks, we will have more storage cost. And if we are keeping less stock, you won't be able to fulfill the demand of customers. Hence, there would be less revenue. And also, there can be products like in case of medicines or foods that there is a specific shelf life. So, it becomes very important to keep an estimate of the sales. This is something which we are doing at our homes as well, that based on salary we buy products, and a general estimation that if 5 kg of rice is there for this month, instead you buy something else, you buy something else considering the shelf life, etc. And stores different locations, and since people are different, so there will be different kind of demands there. So, forecasting is done considering various factors like seasonality, returns, promotions, etc. And there are multiple models which comes handy in doing these estimations, like time series model, FB Profit, which is developed by Facebook, and there are multiple more uh, projection based models. Now, once you have got the forecast along with actual sales, the major task is to identify if in case forecasted value and actual value are having huge difference. So you might have to do some root cause analysis, and general issues which I have seen is promotion was applied, because of which sales is increased, or there's some introduction of seasonal products like juices, ice cream sales, that all those sales increased after April. And the major issue which we faced was during the lockdown. We estimated कि maybe like some 100 units will be sold for a particular month, and suddenly because of lockdown sales went to zero. And in fact, before lockdown, since there was panic buying, the sales was like we estimated 100 units, but it went till 500 units. So you need to identify such issues, and you might have to modify your models accordingly. Like generally, we take 2-3 years of data to train the model. Now we have to remove 2021 year for training, or some other solution like that. So this was my second project. I have tried covering as much information possible, and you can definitely reach out to me through LinkedIn and help. Lastly, I would really like to thank Deepti and Women in Data Science community for taking the initiative of scheduling these sessions. Also, a big thanks to all other speakers who invested their valuable time for collating great information and presenting to us. Thank you.
Okay, so that was a really wonderful session on career on data science. Thank you, Shreya, for sharing your learning journey. I'm sure it will help our participants to start their career in data science. Thank you once
Yeah,
again for joining with
thank you.
us.
Thank you for scheduling these sessions.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, so now coming to the data challenge round three winners announcement. So we will announce the winners at 5:30, and we'll share the separate link for the same. We'll also conclude our day by declaring the winners and closing remarks at 5:30. So thank you all for joining. See you all at 5:30.